Liberal Democrats. We believe in free trade, lower taxation, personal liberty, and less government interference in people's lives. We believe an EU exit is crucial to Britain's future. In the areas of agriculture, fishing, energy, immigration, industry, global trade, and over two-thirds of our lawmaking, we are powerless. On the NHS, you'll hear a lot of debate, but the bottom line is, if TTIP goes through, an EU-driven project, there is nothing we can democratically do to stop it. We want to get out of the EU and into the world. We want to have trade and friendly relations with Europe. We want to cooperate and we want to do well with our European neighbours. But we want the same with those in Canada, with those in New Zealand, with those in India, and those right across the world. We want an immigration system that works for the people in Britain and works for those coming here. At the moment, we have the bizarre scenario where non-EU migrants are being discriminated against as the government tries to bring down immigration. Anyone coming from the EU can come in, but anyone who is outside the EU, an Indian doctor or someone with a skill from Canada or anything like that, is presently subjected to rigorous checks and restrictions. We believe the health of politics in Britain can be improved, and we'll set out a range of measures to do this. We have what we call our Citizens' Initiative that will involve a recall bill where a petition can trigger a by-election here locally if one of us here abuses expenses or breaks the law or is deemed to be unfit as a representative and behaves badly for their constituents. It's that sort of engagement that we want to see, and it's that sort of engagement we believe the Scottish referendum initiated and we can continue. We also believe that scrapping first past the post is necessary to allow more principled politics. At the moment, we're going into this election and you have one vote, and it is the one candidate who wins the most. And in Inverclyde, it could be very close. The candidate who has maybe 100 votes more gets in, but a whole section of the constituency has been ignored. We think that has to change. On top of this, we would have a system where 2 million signatures on a petition would trigger a national referendum on whatever issue it was. That would mean more engagement. It would mean campaigners could actually have a say in Parliament, whether MPs liked it or not. That is proper direct democracy. With regard to where we are tonight, as been mentioned by David, I'm a Christian myself. I have a faith and I attend a local church, some of who are here tonight, and that's no pressure at all on me. But as a party, we have a strong commitment to Britain's Judeo-Christian heritage. We believe that Christianity is very important to Britain as a religion, and we have a strong commitment to it and to the values that it brings of tolerance, of inclusiveness, and of equality. The party and I want to trust Britain with its future. We want to give an EU referendum in July of 2015, not 2017, kicked into the long grass by David Cameron, not ignored by David Miliband and Nick Clegg, and not pretending the issue never existed like Nicola Sturgeon. We want to trust the people of Britain with their future. Whether we are stifled by EU directives and bureaucracy and unable to hold EU officials to account, an EU president we cannot vote for and we cannot democratically remove, we want to give people a choice on whether this remains the status quo or not. We will campaign in that referendum to leave the European Union. We believe it's positive for Scotland and for Britain. For Inverclyde locally, I will fight for jobs, for regeneration, and for a whole other range of issues. I mean, there is obviously a very talented and very experienced range of candidates here, and I don't doubt that their intentions are good.
30 seconds
I believe
now.
that with UKIP, we can bring about change within the United Kingdom, the kind of which the Yes movement advocated, the kind of which inspired so many. We want to bring Britain closer to democracy, closer to free trade, and closer to the rest of the world. Thank you for coming along tonight. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, Michael.